We are a family of 6 who call the ocean our home. We feel incredibly blessed to be doing this life together as a young family, embracing the ups and downs of what is a life at sea. This is our floating home, Happy Days, and you are invited to follow along as we share this incredible adventure, have a laugh, and be inspired to pursue a life less ordinary. Click the subscribe button to keep up to date as we see where this journey takes us. When we crossed the border, we got waved through. So there's been some unfolding of sorts, some learning in regard to how Esters work.
Yeah.
And today's mission is to go and sort of officially check into Mex and get a tourist visa for 180 days.
Yes.
That's about an hour there and an hour back. Thank you again to the legends who own this van.
Yes.
What do you keep an eye out for?
Coyote. We want to spot a coyote. A dingo.
A dingo gringo.
We are officially in Mexico. Yay. We have stamps. We have a FMM, which is a 180-day visa.
Yeah.
And we're good till January.
And
January.
how was the process?
It was really smooth actually, and she had a beautiful air-conditioned office and was really helpful, and her English was wonderful, so it was not painful at all.
So we've got 6 months here in Mexico. For 6 of us, it cost about, say, 200 US. Ish,
Yeah.
probably slightly less than that.
About 30 bucks each or something?
Yeah. So, yeah, there you go, done.
In the last episode, you saw us by our boat sight unseen from the other side of the world. Once we arrived, we had a list of projects given to us by our surveyor. We had employed a surveyor to do the survey and sea trial of the vessel, and that gave us a really good indication of what needed to happen before we got put in the water.
Yeah, the prior owners did a really good job of keeping up with regular maintenance, and also sort of winterizing her or summarizing her, perhaps more to the point. Puerto Penasco is a really hot and dry environment. It's right, it's desert-like, it's probably the easiest way to put it. And so anything left in that sort of environment for too long is going to get eaten. So she'd been on the hard for about 6 months, and we needed to roll the sleeves up and get busy. You know, boats are boats. There's always something that needs to be done. So this is the realities of what it takes to get from you know, settlement of the vessel to getting her in the water.
Yeah, to actually enjoying the lifestyle.
And enjoy the ignorance that we had. We were completely ignorant with things like where are the light switches and what is this? Because we never met the previous owners and you know. Anyway, enjoy. So we've just done the soapy water test of the LPG lines with lots of detergent and bit of water. Mum and Bells have been putting this hatch cover stuff on because we plan on keeping our surfboards in there. So if we can keep it a bit cooler by creating a wee bit of shade, that will be a win.
It's called easy wrap, but it's not easy.
Meanwhile, I feel like contacting Houston. And here's our generator, which I've just had a good look at. Our house batteries for Victron 220 amp hour AGM batteries live in here. It's quite tidy. And we've got a multi-plus 3000 master here. Another one over the back, a slave, and then we've got our, I believe this takes the 110 US that we're currently plugged into at the moment and turns it into 230, and I believe this should be coming with it. this one here. We've been running the solar for the first time, which I think we're also going to need to give some love. Got like 1.5 kilowatts on there, but it's quite higgledy-piggledy. You know, someone's put that bit on, and then someone's put this bit on, and you know, I think it needs some love, unfortunately. I mean, we want to run as efficiently as possible off the sun. While we've got a 9 kVA generator and some fancy gear in here, simple is good, you know. Oh, you're doing a good job, Chip. Where would we be without you? Mexico is a better place because you're here. So we are lowering the tender for the first time. Go team. Teamwork makes the dream work. Do the trick. Nice.
1,
2, 3. Like a bar. What are we trying to figure out?
We're trying to figure out how to turn these outside lights on.
And it's the first time we've ever been outside because we're cooking tonight.
On the barbecue for the first time.
And we're like, oh, I wonder how all these awesome lights turn on.
And we cannot find a switch for them.
Which is hilarious because we will find it. We'll be like, oh my goodness.
I've even looked at the wiring diagrams and they left it manual.
it says it's around in there somewhere.
It would make sense if it was just here. Surely it's not behind there. Right.
All of these other light switches are right here and very accessible.
We finally found them. Right here. It says table light and cockpit light.
So you need to line the two up. That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Nice one. All the way to the edge.
Yep.
Beauty, mate. Today's project is making a box to encapsulate our shore power cable where it plugs in. It works and everything's fine, but technically the back of the plug isn't tucked away. So the surveyor's recommendation was that we made a box and it fixed it in place. So we're getting that done at the moment. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut out the inside here. Yeah. So how, you can help me with that one too. How do you think we should approach cutting the inside?
How about a chainsaw?
A chainsaw?
Saw. Saw.
Well, how do we get the saw in there though? Because we need to keep this bit. We need to keep this bit good.
Just go, conker. No, that wouldn't work.
Give you a hint, it involves a drill.
A drill with a tiny hole?
Woo! Well done.
Man, my tape.
The end result.
Here it is.
And
Beauty, mate.
ready to plug into the shore power.
Alright.
Tightening the davits up.
Yep. There's not much in there, but there's a wee bit. Oh, yeah. Ooh. One more turn. Yep. Alright, that's pretty tight. They're not going anywhere, put it that way.
Today is the beginning of the solar panel mission. So we've got a number of fairly crusty looking solar panels that you'll see soon. We've bought another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 solar panels. It's going to be hopefully what is a replacement of the panels as opposed to replacing the panels and wiring and controllers, for argument's sake. So here we go. We've got some cleaning to do, some holes in the saloon roof to fill, among other things. But we've got the team on it. Here they are. Getting it happen. Getting it happening. This is what we wanted to get to. This is inheriting other people's wiring. And they do somewhat make sense, so they've labelled them C to C on either side of the connector. Likewise A with A. But I just find it strange that we've got over here, we've got a red and a black, which generally indicates positive and negative. I've just put that bit of red tape on because it's running into what is our positive cable that goes to our MPPT charger. Likewise, we've got what seems to be a positive and negative, or at least based on the colours, coming into a negative cable which runs to the MPPT. So we've got some figuring out to do. So we're going to test it with a voltmeter first and see who's who in the zoo.
Positive.
Positive.
Yep.
Finasco on the weekend.
Thanks, Rose. I've just cut them. I was hoping to be able to undo them. But what we've learned is that they're soldered on. So I'm going to have to cut them regardless. So rather than go digging out of any of these other panels, because I believe they've all got a similar setup, soap inside, some sort of adhesive or whatever in there, then I'm just going to have to cut them anyway. Well, we're going to have to. So there we go.
Like we bought those new wire strippers.
Yep. So let's get this first panel up. Right, there's your off. This is pretty hard graft. We don't mind a bit of hard graft, but like slow progress and it's super sweaty, and we can't find any sort of hacks to do it any quicker than just elbow grease. This is the stuff we're getting off. That's like a win. If you get it off like that, you're like, yes! Glue is for the most part off. Time check. What time do we start, Bells? 11? 4.5 hours. Oh, we stopped for about 4 hours to get 2 solar panels worth of glue off. There we go, the first layout. Oh, that should work now. Let's roll.
So this solar panel, we think, has been glued / superflexed on with like some of the craziest stuff you can get on the market.
Oh, I don't know what it is. I dare say it's 5200. But it's wearing it.
They're breaking the panel in trying to get it off.
The other one just came off, not a problem at all. This one is like a mongrel.
Moment of truth.
Oh,
Nearly.
nearly. Oh, that is ridiculous. Whatever that is, it is not going back on the boat.
Overboard!
Sun is set
Yeah.
and we're still going.
Let's get that one in there and give it away. Go, bro.
So we thought it was quite bizarre that the previous owner, or the owner before that, had stuck a solar panel on top of a solar panel. Now we know why.
Now we don't judge them as much.
We don't judge him. He just absolutely could not get it off. So we are attempting to get it off, and we will.
We'll get it off, yeah.
That one came off easy. That one was hard. That one had no glue. That one had no glue. No glue, no glue, no glue.
Really
Another
bad.
really hard one. And then these two. So we're just trying to clean up. The new solar panels will only fit in the area that was taped off. So we're just trying to clean up really well the area that's still going to be exposed, so because we'll have to clean that and have it look a bit nicer. Archie and Pepper playing over there.
I feel like I brought a knife to a gunfight.
Oh dear.
Oi.
Bye-bye solar panel.
Right, solar panel install. Yeah.
No pressure
None.
for everyone watching you.
First solar panel! Scrumming in.
Look at that. Ooh, new solar panel connected.
Yes.
You guys are working on the other ones.
We're getting there.
Doing a great job.
Wiring is almost done.
Oh, solar looks good. The beam's covering those three though. The rest are getting sun. Looks good, guys.
Got a dust storm coming through. First time for everything. Wonder how long these last for. Man, it gets in your eyes. It's almost midnight. The boat's just yeah. Ugh. Well, it's just calmed down a bit. Taking our shade down, that was over our bows. Like it gets in your teeth, your eyes. Ugh. Thought we'd be battening down the hatches at sea, not on the hard. Anyway, we're going after our old anchor chain today. So this is our old anchor chain, and that is the bow of Happy Days up there. We reckon, I think there was 60 or 70 metres, I want to say 70 metres of chain on board plus rode. We've replaced that with 100 metres of chain. But I'd like to carry the balance of this chain attached to some rode for a spare anchor. So we're going to cut what we have.
Yeah.
And donate half of it. I bet you it's all right inside. You probably could regal it again, but we just don't argue with our ground tackle. Shiny as in the middle. So it's just the outer.
Crustish stuff.
This is interesting. First of all, it's not ideal when you're handling your chain, is it? But you have a look at the diameter of the side parts of the link. They're considerably thicker. I know there's a join, but they're considerably thicker. Started to get some thinning down here where the chain ultimately pulls on the next link. And so that's probably the main catalyst as to why we put a broom through it.
What are we doing, Ted?
Putting
the chain into our car.
Here it comes. Just touch it and make sure it doesn't touch Carlos's use and Gaf's car.
Due to COVID restrictions, we couldn't cross the border back to the USA to pick up our new anchor chain, and shipping is far too expensive because of the weight. So this legend, friend of a friend, Carlos, loaded his truck and brought it across the border for us. 300 feet of new anchor chain delivered.
Okay.
Anchor chain up on board.
We are. And the key is making sure that the chain fits the gypsy. Look at that. Alright, that's probably enough. It looks to fit quite well. The gypsy's certainly had a wee bit of wear, but it's pretty good.
Please.
Look how grubby you are.
Okay, now my turn to roll you. Yes, yes. In the next episode, we splash and work on our in-water system before we push off and start our adventure. Hi guys, hit subscribe and ring the bell. Head over to our Patreon page and show your support. Thanks for watching.